Good afternoon, everybody. Are you guys having a wonderful day at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium? Well, that is what we love to hear. My name is Katie.
My name is Sarah.
And we have a very wild Africa show for you guys to see today. Have you guys been up to the new Heart of Africa yet? Yes, I see lots of nodding heads. That is awesome. You know, they have some awesome African animals up there, but we have some other ones right here at the Animal Encounters Village that you won't be able to see up there.
Yeah, but equally as cool. And we're going to go ahead and start in the African savannas with our serval cat, and this is Kenya. Now, Kenya is a smaller cat found in Africa, but don't be fooled by her size. You guys are looking at the best hunter of all the wild cats in the world. So when you think of those lions and tigers and cheetahs, now you can think of servals too, because they trump all of them. And that's because they have a lot of adaptations on their body to catch a wide variety of prey. You can see Kenya has those really long legs, and she's going to use them to catch a bird in mid-flight. So she's awesome for that. She can go about 10 to 12 feet into the air, and she even has a really short tail so that she doesn't get tripped up coming up or coming back down. But that was a really good jump. I think we should do it again. What do you guys think? Yeah. All right, have your cameras ready. See if she's going to get this bird. Nice. So Kenya's an amazing hunter because she catches birds, but you know, she catches a lot of other things as well, including rodents. So they can use those really big ears to listen underground, and then she can find those rodents scurrying in the rodent holes, and then use those really long arms to scoop them right up. So that was Kenya, our African serval. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Now, we typically think of the grasslands when we do think of Africa, but a lot of times we forget about the rocky coast where Wahoo and Sammy are from. Now, these two are very cute. They are African black-footed penguins, and you guys did hear me correctly. This is an African black-footed penguin, and they live on the southern rocky coast of Africa. And of the 17 species of penguin, over half of them live in warm weather, so these guys are loving today's temperatures. But it doesn't matter where you live as a penguin, you have to be excellent at swimming. And African black-footed penguins are definitely great at swimming. This species can swim up to 20 miles an hour. They have to be able to swim that fast so that they can catch up to 25 different species of fish. They're not picky when they're eating, and when they catch that fish, they're going to swallow it head first so that all of those scales slide right down their body really easily. Now, at the end of a long day, these guys don't have a sandy beach or an icy coast to slide up onto. They actually have a rocky coast that they have to be able to hop up on. Bye, guys. Are you going to go, Sammy? That's your cue, bud. There she goes. Our African black-footed penguins. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. So they are very adorable, and like Katie said, they're found in the oceans of Africa. But there's a lot of cool habitats. So we saw Kenya was found in the savanna grasslands, but there's also the African bush, which is like a forest in Africa, and that's where you're going to find the bush baby. This is Poe, and they get the name bush baby because they're found in the bush, but they also have 25 different vocalizations, and they can actually sound like a baby. But what these guys are really good at is navigating through the bush. So they can jump about 20 feet from branch to branch. And they have really powerful back legs. They are full of muscle, and half of Poe's body weight is in those back legs. When he jumps, he even leads with them and catches the branches first with his back legs. But that was a really good jump. Do you guys think we should challenge Poe a little bit? Yeah, all right, I'm going to take a step forward. He'll get back on that tree, and since they jumped 20 feet, I think he can handle this. Yep, he's going to cheat. He's going to jump into Heather as well. There we go. So, thank you. He has that wonderful tail, too. It's going to help him out with balancing when he's up in the trees, and they're also a nocturnal animal, so he has really big eyes, so they're mainly active at nighttime. And he's also really, really cute. So, thanks, Poe, for coming out.
Thank you.
Thanks. And you know, I feel really sticky all of a sudden. I think he had a lot of fruit on his feet from those treats.
Sarah, sorry to tell you, but Poe doesn't, his hands aren't sticky because of the fruit that he's eating. Bush babies actually pee on their hands and then they wipe it on their feet. That's how they mark their territory. So I'm Poe's. Yes, you're part of his territory now. Like Sarah said, Poe is a nocturnal animal, but there are other nocturnal animals that you can find in Africa, like Barbie. And Barbie is an African crested porcupine. She is awesome, and you guys will notice that the tips of her hair and quills are white. And this is actually great camouflage for a nocturnal animal. As she's roaming around in the grasslands, those white tips are going to look just like grass blowing in the wind. So it's a great way for her to camouflage in. Now, sometimes when she's wandering around at night, she may encounter different types of predators, maybe a lion or a hyena maybe. And if they come a little too close to her, she's going to give them a lot of different warning signs. She'll stick up her quills and make herself look twice as big as she actually is. She'll stomp her feet. She may even rattle her quills, and it kind of sounds like a maraca, but to an animal, that can be a pretty scary sound. And if that lion or hyena just doesn't get it, she'll actually turn around and run backwards right into them, and then she's going to hightail it out of there, and so are they. Yeah. That was Barbie, our African crested porcupine. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. So Barbie is adorable, but there's even cuter animals found in the desert regions, including fennec foxes. So this is a very cute animal. It's actually the smallest fox in the world. So Fiona's not going to get any bigger than this. But even though they're super cute, they're actually really great predators as well. They're opportunistic eaters, so they'll eat anything they come by, and that is including scorpions. So you don't hear about a lot of animals that will challenge a scorpion because of that stinger. But fennec foxes have a really great way of dancing around that scorpion and biting off the stinger. Now, fennec foxes are found in the desert region, so there's a lot of things on their body that are going to help them stay cool during those really hot days, including these really big ears on Fiona. So you can see they're really huge for her body size, and it's actually going to be like her own little air conditioning unit. So that blood is going to flow really far out up to the tips of her ears, and when it comes back, it's going to be cooled down. But at nighttime in the desert, it gets really cold. So having all that fur on her body is going to help her out. And if you guys see, she has a really bushy tail. She'll actually do something really cute with that tail to keep her warm at night, and she'll just use it like a blanket right on top of her nose. But if you see on her paws too, she has a lot of fur, and it's kind of like her sandals. So when it is daytime and it's really hot in Africa, it's kind of like she's got some flip-flops on to help guard her feet from all of that really hot sand. And Fiona lives with two other fennec foxes that we have here at the zoo. Their names are Fergie and Fletcher, and they're really cute together. They play with this little ducky. It's adorable, and they make really high-pitched sounds. Now, these guys are nocturnal, so they would definitely make a challenging pet. Believe it or not, people will actually have a fennec fox for a pet, but it doesn't work out so well. They're going to be up all night long when you're trying to sleep. They make really high-pitched sounds. And they're actually really fast, too, and out of control sometimes.
They are very, very fast animals, but you know what? We can't talk about fast animals without thinking of the very iconic African cheetah. And that's not it. That's Carlisle. He is a yellow lab. Behind Carlisle will be Zimba, and Zimba is an 11-month-old cheetah. So she's not quite full-grown yet, but she's getting there. Now, this is an amazing wild athlete. They can reach speeds of 60 to 70 miles per hour, and they have a lot of tools on their body that help them do that. So you guys may notice as she's sitting on that box, you can see the tips of her claws are sticking out. Well, cheetahs have semi-retractable claws, which means that their claws are always out just a little bit. That way, when they're running across the grasslands, they can get excellent traction, kind of like how a football player or a soccer player wears cleats. That is their built-in cleats. You guys will also notice she's got those awesome tear marks. Our athletes mimic that using eye black across their eyes. It helps keep the sun out of her eyes as she's hunting. This is one of the few daytime cat hunters in Africa. So having that nice black tear mark running down your face allows you to keep your eye on your prey. Now her tail is also flat. She's showing it off wonderfully to this half of the audience. That tail